Okay. So let's start with Guru Pranamantra. Okay. Om Agyanam Timirandasya Gyanam Janashalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadikam Lam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Tam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijan Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitam Cha Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashat Deshitarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So let's start today's chapter. I'll just share the screen. Okay. Is my screen visible, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, this pen is difficult. So chapter 1, Krishna was not speaking, means the philosophy has not started in chapter 1. Okay, so now in chapter 2, the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna will start speaking. So Arjuna has put forth the 4 reasons for not fighting. 5th reason Arjuna will be giving in this chapter. 4 reasons till now Arjuna has given for not fighting. Okay, so after 5th reason, Krishna will start speaking. Okay, so let's try to dive what Krishna has. Krishna is giving the knowledge. So Krishna will be starting the knowledge. So what knowledge Krishna is starting, we'll be seeing in this chapter. Okay, so let's try to go through the chapter. Okay, chapter question answer will take after the class ends. Just means first chapter's question answer will take after the class ends. Okay, so few questions I have already got, so we'll cover those questions. Okay. So we pay our humble obeisances and to the lotus feet of Sri Radha and Krishna. Okay, so before starting this chapter, we pay our humble obeisances to our Guru Maharaj, to our Guru Parampara system, to the Radha Krishna. Okay, and after that we used to start. So the Pranam mantra I spoken, that was the same. Okay, so this is chapter number 2. And chapter number 1 has 2 sections, section A and B. And in the first part, there was only sign and direction. In the second part, there was Arjuna's lamentation. Okay, so first part was the observing the arming of the Kurukshetra. Second part was the Arjuna's lamentation. Okay, so Arjuna's doubt, we have read those things. So chapter
Prabhuji, we lost your voice.
Okay, so this is chapter 1, Arjuna's reason for not fighting. Arjuna reason for not fighting. Okay, so this is chapter 1. So what is the summary? What are the 5 reasons for Arjuna not fighting? First is the compassion. Okay, the loss of enjoyment. Third is the destruction of family tradition, and fourth is the fear of sinful reaction. So these were the 4 reasons Arjuna gave for not fighting. Now we came to chapter number 2. In chapter number 2, in 2.6, Krishna Arjuna tells about the indecision. Okay, and after that, Arjuna surrenders to Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna then reveals the transcendental knowledge. Okay, so this was the thing. 4 reasons in chapter number 1. 5th reason in chapter number 2. After that, Arjuna surrenders to Lord Krishna, and after that, Krishna started revealing the transcendental knowledge. Okay, so these are the things to be done today. That Arjuna is surrendering, then Krishna is revealing the transcendental knowledge. Okay, so division of chapter number 2. Okay, so we have 5 divisions today, long chapter. So 5 divisions. So sloka number 1 to 10. Arjuna's further doubt and his surrender. So we will see the Arjuna's fifth doubt and his surrender. After that, 11 to 30, we read about the Jnana Yoga section. So this chapter number 2 is called Summary of Bhagavad Gita. So all the yoga Krishna will first describe, and then Arjuna will start speaking about doubts about that yoga, and then Krishna will be describing in detail about those yoga. So this chapter 2 is called Summary of Bhagavad Gita. So all the yoga Krishna will be describing here, and he will try to explain try to answer Arjuna based on all the yoga. Okay, so verse number 11 to 30, Krishna is talking about the Jnana Yoga. Okay, Jnana Yoga. So he is telling there is no death for soul. So Arjuna fight. Okay, 31 to 38, he is saying about the Karma Kanda. Okay, he's saying about the duties, about the karma. So those things Krishna will be describing in section number C. Section number D, 39 to 53, he is describing about the Buddhi Yoga, okay, or the Nishkam Karma. Okay, fight, but without any reaction. So Nishkam Karma Yoga, Karma Kanda and Karma, Nishkam Karma. So both Krishna will be describing in section number C and D. And at last, Krishna will be describing about the 54 to 72, Sthit Pragya, the person who is self-situated. Okay, so we'll see this chapter in 5 sections today. Okay, so let's start with section A, that is from verse number 1 to 10, Arjuna's further doubt and his surrender. Okay. Yes, Chitra Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Sanjaya Uvacha Tam Tata Kripaya Vishtam Ashrupunakulekshanam Vishidantam Idam Vakyam Uvacha Madhusudanaha. Hare
Okay, so Sanjay is speaking now. Okay, Sanjay is speaking. Sanjay describes Krishna sees Arjuna lamenting like ignorant man and respond. Okay, so Madhusudana, Madhu is the killer of the demon. Madhu. Okay, so the doubts which arose in the Arjuna is like demon, and Krishna is expected to kill those doubts, addressed as Madhusudana here. Okay, so let's see what Krishna is telling. So seeing Arjuna depressed, Lord is speaking. Okay, so material compassion, lamentation, and tear. Arjuna was going through these 3 things: lamentation, compassion, tears, and these are the sign of ignorance. Okay, these are the signs of ignorance. One person who is actually situated on the material platform, who is actually too much attached to the material things. Okay, that person is having material compassion, lamentation, tears. These are the signs of ignorance. Okay, but a person who is self-situated, what happens to that? What happens to that? Self-realized person will have compassion. Okay, that self-realization compassion is different, and material compassion is different. One who is attached to the body is called as material compassion. One who is attached to the self, okay, or the soul, that is called compassion for the soul, other souls. Okay, so that is the thing. There comes one analogy, that is saving the dress of a drowning man. One person who is drowning, if you are saving only the dress, that is called, we are too much attached to the material body, not to the soul. Okay, so the drowning man's dress is just like the body, and the drowning man is actually the self. Okay, so that is the thing, the analogy we are giving. So person who is too much attached to the bodily concept, they will lament, they will have tears, they will have this compassion only for the body. Okay, so this chapter number 2, explains about the self-realization. Okay, self-realization, or the analytical study about the body and soul. So it will differentiate between the body and soul. The first lesson which Krishna is giving, Lord Krishna is giving, Lord Krishna is explaining to Arjuna is that we are different. Our body is different, our soul is different. That is the analytical study about the material body and soul we learn in this chapter. Okay, that is called Sankhya Yoga. In Sankhya, the numerical things we learn. Okay, how this body is made, those things. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, how have this impurity come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to higher planet but to infamy." So he's saying, how this impurity has come upon you. You are talking from the philosophy. You are talking very nicely from the philosophy, but you are talking about the body only. So that is the thing. That is the impurity. You are talking about the body only. You are connected to the bodily concept only. You are talking about that, but you are such a learned person, and you are talking about the bodily concept. Okay, so that is what Krishna is saying. My dear Arjuna, how have this impurity come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life, who is self-realized, doesn't lament for the body. That is what Krishna is saying. They lead not to higher planet, but to infamy. Okay. Oh, son of Pritha, do not yield to this degrading potency. So Krishna is chastising Arjuna now. Degrading impotence, Krishna is saying. Okay. So Krishna is actually chastising Arjuna that you are talking about a learned Brahmana, but you are giving the examples from the, you are giving all the references of Shastra, but you are giving it wrongly for the bodily concept. Okay. So do not yield to this degrading impotence. Degrading impotence, what Krishna is telling about, that I'm going to leave this war. I'm not going to fight this war. Okay, Krishna tells that a degrading impotence. So Krishna is chastising. Okay, it does not become you. Give up such pity, weakness of heart, and arise, O chastiser of an enemy. Okay, so Krishna is actually chastising Arjuna in this sloka. Then in 2.4, Arjuna is saying, "O killer of enemy, O killer of Madhu, how can I counterattack with arrow in battle men like Bhishma and Drona who are worthy of my worship?" Again, he is talking like a learned person. Okay, he is giving the reasons like a learned person. Okay, he's saying, how can I counterattack with arrow in battle men like Bhishma and Drona? Bhishma is my grandfather. Okay, and Drona is my teacher. So they are worthy of my worship. I should worship them. I should not fight with them. I should not kill them with arrow. Okay, you are telling me to fight with them. Okay, they are worthy of my worship. Actually, Arjuna is giving the reason from Shastra only. Okay, it would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of lives of the great soul who are my teachers. So it is better to kill. It is better to live in secluded place. It is better to become a beggar rather than to kill my teachers. Okay. Even though desiring worldly gains, they are superior. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. Okay. So that is what Arjuna is saying. He is actually giving reasons for not fighting. Then 2.6, indecision. Now nor do I know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. So Arjuna is indecision. Should I fight or not? Should I be conquered by them or should I be conquering them? I'm in indecision. I'm not able to decide what is to be done. Okay. So that is the point. And so now this is the second verse, 2.7. So 2.6, indecision. 2.7, now Arjuna is surrendering. He's saying, Arjuna Vacha, now I'm confused about my duty. Okay. He's saying, I am confused about my duty and I'm disciple. I'm your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. Okay. So from here, the whole Bhagavad Gita will change now. Okay. Till now, there was only lamentation, only seeing the army. Okay. No philosophy till now. Okay. And now, till now, Arjuna was thinking of Krishna as a friend, as a Sarthi. Okay. And he was asking them as he was asking them as a Sarthi. And now he says he accepts that he is confused. Now I'm confused about my duty. Okay, I'm confused about my duty and I'm a disciple. So he's surrendering. Actually, he's surrendering to Krishna now. Okay, and he's asking for the instruction. So I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. So from here, Arjuna's relationship with Krishna changed. Before this, Arjuna was just like a friend. Okay, but after this sloka, Arjuna is actually saying that I am a disciple. Okay, please instruct me. So Krishna waited till now just for the changing of relationship. Krishna knows until and unless Arjuna is in the receiving mood, there is no need to give the philosophy, and there is no need to give the instruction. Okay, now Arjuna is asking for instruction. Okay, so that is the thing. So before this verse, compare ourselves with Arjuna. Arjuna was situated in a place of battle, and he was having bewilderment. He was confused what to do, what not to do. Ourselves also, we are also in like battlefield. Okay, every day we are thoughts. We have different thoughts. Okay, what to do, what not to do. Different situations are there in front of us. Okay, that is every day. So we are also suffering like Arjuna. Arjuna was also in such a situation of bewilderment. We are also facing the same thing. Okay. Now Arjuna is surrendering from 2.7. Arjuna is becoming disciple of Krishna and surrendering to him. Okay. So that leads to one more important point, that we should also surrender when this type of situation comes to us. Okay, so when this type of situation comes, people generally surrender to the parents. They surrender, they ask for guidance. Okay, so parents are also like a guru, or we should also surrender to the representative of Krishna, that is the bona fide representative of Krishna as guru. Okay, the guru, the bona fide guru. So we can surrender to the guru, ask for guidance at that time. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so Karpanya dosha pahta swava. This sloka was 7 number. Okay, so he was saying that Karpanya dosha. I am Karpanya dosha means I like miser. Karpanya is miser. Okay, so he's saying that my swabhava has become Karpanya. Okay, miser. So if you read the purport, Prabhupada says, who is miser? Who is conjuice? Miser means conjuice. Okay. So a person who is not interested in self-realization, who is not interested in self-realization, and who is wasting his body in not engaging himself in the self-realization, and who is too much attached to the skin diseases. Skin diseases means, you can see here, skin diseases means overly affectionate to the family, society, country. Okay, too much attached to the family, society, country, and not utilizing his human form of life for the self-realization. That person is actually a Kirpana. That person is actually a miser. That person actually is a conjuice. Okay, so that person who is actually not interested in self-realization, who is misutilizing this body, who is not properly utilizing this body, is called the misers, according to this sloka, according to the purpose given by Prabhupada. Okay, so the Kripana is who is too much attached to the skin disease or the material activity, and this material activity or body is compared to the forest fire. Forest fire. If you see actually the forest fire, if you go to the forest, how the forest fire happens, we don't know. Okay, no one is doing anything and forest fire happens. Okay, just by the air or anything, there is no one to put the forest on the fire, but still forest fire happen. You cannot avoid them, you cannot avoid them, because there are tree, because there are air, because there are things are there. They will have the forest fire. Okay, just like that, our perplexity in the material life, uh, our condition, our different problems of material life are like that also. Okay, no one is there to put the problem in our life, still the problem will happen. Okay, you cannot avoid the problem, just like forest fire you cannot avoid. So this material problems are compared to the forest fire. Okay, so that is the thing. A person too much attached to the material diseases, to the material activity, are actually called as miser. So uh, Arjuna says himself as a miser. Okay, and he says that I am too much attached to the bodily activity. Okay, and I am surrendering to you. Okay, to a bona fide spiritual master. Please instruct me. Okay, so you can see here who is actually interested in self-realization is called Brahmana, and he surrenders to the bona fide spiritual master. Krishna is compared to the original spiritual master. Okay. So now surrendering process is over. Okay. Now Krishna is going to give instruction. So now Sri Krishna Vacha, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Asocyanandasocastvam Prajnavadamsha Bhashase Gatasuna Gatasumscha Nanusochanti Panditaha.
Na anusochanti pandita means pandita is the person who is self-realized. Na anusochanti. They do not lament. Okay, they do not lament. And before that, he is saying Pragyavadam sabhashate. You are talking like Pragyavadam. You are talking like a learned person, but you are mourning. You are mourning for a thing which is not meant for. The body is not for lamentation, and you are lamenting for that. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned word, okay, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Okay, you are speaking like a learned person, but you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Okay, those who are wise lament neither for living nor for death. Okay, those who are wise, they do not lament for anything, for the living nor for death. Krishna will be giving the reasons why they do not lament. Okay. So Krishna is chastising Arjuna. You are talking like a learned man. You are talking like Pragyavadam, but actually you are a fool. Okay, you are talking in the mode of you are talking who is connected. All the things you are talking is connected to the material things, and spiritually you are a fool. That is what Krishna is saying. But he is actually a fool spiritually. Okay. Who is a learned man? Learned man is who can differentiate between the body and the matter and the spirit and the soul. Who can differentiate? Learned man can differentiate between the matter and the spirit. Okay, and learned man is one who knows the difference between the temporary and the eternal. The temporary is the body, eternal is the soul, and they do not lament for the body, whether it is dead or alive, because they know the difference between the matter and the spirit. And body is born and destined to vanquish. Therefore, body is not as important as soul. Okay, so learned man can differentiate between the soul and the body. Okay, body is temporary, soul is eternal. Learned man is one who can differentiate. Krishna is the controller of both matter and the spirit. Everything comes from Krishna. Okay, that is what Krishna was saying. You are talking like a learned man, but you are mourning for something which is matter. So learned man can differentiate between the spirit and matter, and you are too much attached to the matter only. Okay, that is what Krishna was saying. Second thing Krishna is telling, never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. So Krishna is actually telling very important thing. What is that thing? Never was a time when I did not exist. So I was existing from eternally, nor you, nor all those kings. So you are also eternal, and these kings are also eternal. So Krishna is actually talking about the Atma. So he's saying, I was always there, you are always there, and all the kings which are there, they are also there in the past. Okay, they are also eternal, you are also eternal, I am also eternal. So everything is eternal. The Atma portion, Krishna is telling everything is eternal. Next, he's saying, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. So in future also our individuality will be there. Our soul will be individual. Okay, like many people think that that is one philosophy called Mayavad philosophy or the Brahmavad philosophy. They think that the absolute truth is the energy form only. Energy form. There is no personal form of the Bhagwan there. Only is the energy form. Okay, that is the light form. They will think. Okay, and after death, after that, what will happen? After that we'll also merge to that energy and will become equal, and our individuality will be lost. We won't be existing after that. After that we will be mixed with the Brahma Jyoti, and our individuality will be lost. That is what they think, but Krishna clearly defies that thing. Krishna says, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. So in future also our individuality will be maintained. Arjuna was a great devotee of Krishna. If great devotee of Krishna is not merging in the Supreme Soul or not losing the individuality,
So that means that philosophy is not correct. Okay, not correct. So if you read the sloka, if you read the purpose given by Prabhupada there, Prabhupada clearly says that thing, that Krishna clearly tells that after death there is nothing like we will merge into the Brahman and our individuality will be lost. Okay, our individuality will be maintained even after death, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Okay, so everything, you, me, or this, all the kings, everyone, the soul, individuality will be maintained. They will be existing. Okay. Yes,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tata dehantara prapte dhirastatra namuhyati. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So this is the Jnana Yoga portion about the body and soul. So Krishna again described as the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. A sober person or a dhira or a learned person, okay, he knows that this we have the two identity. He knows that we have two identity. One identity is the bodily identity, which is changing every second, every time. Okay, so our cells, our body of cells are changing every second, every time. Many cells are getting lost. Many cells are being formed new daily. That means we are changing daily. Our body changing daily, every second, every time it is changing. Okay, so if you see after some time, the body will be completely changed. Okay, if you see this child is completely changed from this child, this person. This person is completely different from this person. Okay, because this body is completely changing. But one thing which is there, which is common in everything, all of these bodies is the Atma. This Atma is same, this Atma is same, this Atma is same. So everything is changed. So two identity we have. Okay, the one identity is the bodily identity, one identity the soul identity. Our bodily identity is changing every time, every second. Our soul identity is equal every time, every second. Okay, so Krishna says as the bodily embodied soul continuously passes, so soul is passing from in this body from the boyhood to youth to the old age. The soul similarly passes into another body at the time of death. So after death, what happens? the we take new body and our soul passes to that new body. Okay, a sober person is not bewildered by such a change. So what is the meaning of death? Death meaning it's just the change of the body, nothing else. Okay, just the change of body. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Matra sparshastu kaunteya Etoshna sukha dukkada Agamapayino nityaha Tam titikshava bharata.
So again, Krishna is saying, Matra Sparsa tu Kanteya. Okay. Shitoshna Shukha Dukkhada. So Shukha and Dukkha are just like Shito and Ushna. Shito is the cold season and Ushna is the warm season, like winter and summer. Okay. So just like winter and summer will come and go, will come and go. Similarly, the Sukha and Dukkha will also come and go and come and go and come and go. Okay. So these things are changing. The external environment is changing. Sukha and Dukkha will come, Shito and Ushna will come. Okay. But if we're too much attached to the change, then what will happen? We won't be able to do our duty. We won't be able to do our duty. So the Sukha and Dukkha all are coming from Matra Sparsya. Matra Sparsya means due to the sensual perception, due to the sense perception. Okay, what we should do for those things, the external environment, what we should do, because we have duty to perform. We have some spiritual duty also. Okay, so we have to do the duty. And if these things are coming and going, and these are the nature that it will come and go, it will come and go, what a learned person should do? He should engage himself to his duty and he should tolerate the external changes. Okay, titikshva. Titikshva means he should tolerate the change. Okay, so Krishna says, O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and the disappearance of winter and summer season. Just like winter and summer season are coming and going, similarly, the happiness and distress will come and go. They arise from the sense perception. That is matra sparsa. Okay, so they are arising from sense perception. Ocean of Bharata. One must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. Okay, so we should do our duty. We should tolerate the changes which is happening. Okay, that is what is tetiksha. The change is permanent. Okay, the change in this material world is permanent. Everything will be changing. But what we should do? Should we too much attached to those things and we should forget our duty? No, we should do our duty regularly, and we should not be too much attached, and we should tolerate this change. That is what Krishna is saying.
Hare Krishna. Yam hi na vyatayanti te purusham purusha vishabha samadukka sukham dhiram somritattvaya kalpate.
So, O best among men, Arjuna, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress and is steady in both is certainly eligible for liberation. So that was the same continuation from the last verse. Okay. Those who are seer of the truth have concluded that of the non-existence there is no endurance, and of the eternal there is no change. So for the body there is no change. Okay, for the soul there is no change. Soul will be same every time, and for the body there is no similarity. Every time it will be changing. So Krishna is telling in this sloka that the body will be changing every time, but the soul will be permanent, non-changeable every time. Okay, so that is what Krishna is saying. This they have concluded by studying the nature of the both. Krishna is giving the example of the great learned persons, that they have told like that. Okay, that one thing is the spiritual thing, one thing is this material thing. Material thing will be changing every time, every second. Spiritual thing won't be changing anytime, any second. Okay, so that is the thing that is written in this sloka. Okay.
Avinashi tu tad vidhi yena sarvam idham tatam vinasham avyayasyasya na kaschat kartum arhati. Hare Krishna.
So now again, Krishna is giving the characteristics of the soul that which pervades the entire body. You should know to be indestructible. Okay, the soul which is there, that is indestructible. You cannot do anything to the soul. No one is able to destroy that imperishable soul. The soul is imperishable, and no one is able to destroy that soul. Okay. The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore, 5. This body is sure to come to end. This body is changing, and it is sure to come to end. And the soul which is there, that is imperishable. There is no change for the soul. Okay. Therefore, he is saying to 5. Okay, because the original identity, soul, is you are not going to do any harm to the soul. You are not able to do any harm to the soul. So even if you kill these people, even in the war, if you are killing, the soul is not going to die. Okay, that is what Krishna is giving the arguments. Neither who thinks that living entity, the slayer, nor he who thinks it slain is the knowledge. Okay, for the self slays, for the self slays not, nor is slain. Okay, so Krishna is actually telling that this Atma, or the self, does not do anything. Like he is not able to slay. He won't slay. He is not able to slay anything, and he is not able to slay anyone, or no one is able to slay the soul. Okay, so that is what Krishna is telling. And then who is working? If soul is not killing anyone, no one is killing the soul, then who is working? Okay, so in purpose, when you read, Prabhupada tells that the soul works due to this material body. We'll learn about the three doers in the, I think, chapter number 4 or 5. Okay, so Krishna tells the soul only desires. Okay, soul only desires, and who carried out the desire? Who carry out the desire? The nature. This body is the part of nature. The endeavor is the part of nature. All those things are carried out by the body. Okay, and soul's part is only for the desire. Okay, so soul only desire, nothing he does. Okay, so here it is said, self, for the self slays not, nor is slain. The self, the soul, does not slay anyone, and it is not getting slain. So that is what soul does not do anything. Okay, soul only desires. That is what is there. Yes, ma'am.
जायते म्रियते वा कदाचन यं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः यो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे
This
हन्यते cut is
na
there
hanyate. Yeah,
न
something
हन्यते
has cut. So I will read the correct shloka. Okay. Na jayate. It is written. Na is there in front of it. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin. So na jayate. Jayate means birth. Mriyate means death. So there is no death, no birth at any time. Kadachin means any time for the soul. Okay. Nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuya. Again, na is missed here. Okay. So there is no death, no future, no past, no present for the soul. Okay. And O is written, that is called Ajo. Ajo means there is no birth for the soul. Ajo nitya shashvato yam purana. There is no birth for the soul. Soul is always nitya, eternal, shashvato, ayam purano. Okay. And again, na is cut here. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. You cannot destroy the soul. Okay. Even if you destroy the body, you cannot destroy the soul. So that was the sloka. For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. Okay. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin. There is no birth, no death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. Nayam bhutva bhavitavana bhuya. Okay. Third, he is unborn, eternal, everlasting, and primeval. Okay. Ajo nitya sashvato yam puran. And the last, he is not slain when the body is slain. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. When you kill the body, hanyamane sharire. When you kill the body, the soul is not killed. Okay. So that was the sloka. Next sloka 2.21. How can a person who knows the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, immutable, kill anyone or cause anyone to kill? So he knows that soul doesn't do anything. Okay. So if a person kills also the soul, kills also the body, he's not going to kill the soul. So that is the reason Krishna is giving. So if you kill the soul also, you are not going to kill the body also, you are not going to kill the person. Okay, that is the reason Krishna is giving. Yes, Mataji.
yeah Hare Krishna वांसांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि
Krishna is saying, as a person puts a new garment, similarly giving up old ones, the soul similarly accept new material bodies, giving up the old and useless one. Okay, so just like this material body is compared to a machine. Okay, a machine just like a car. Okay, so a person who is driver in the car is actually the soul. So the driver is compared to the soul, and the body is compared to the machine or the car. Okay, so what happens if a car gets accident or a car gets old? A person who has money will take the new car. Okay, so that is the same thing. Okay, the person is not changing, only the car is changing. But if a person is too much attached to the car, okay, then it is difficult, because car is going to be old sometime. After some time, it is going to be non-working. Okay, so those things are there. So if a person is too much attached, and it is causing and he's lamenting due to too much attachment, he's polishing the car daily. He's not taking out the car because he's fearing that if I take the car out, then it may get scratches, it may get accidents. Okay, and he's polishing the car daily, he's not taking him out. Okay, too much attached. So he's not actually utilizing the purpose of the car. Okay, car's utilization is to the car can take you to some place, but you are taking too much care of the car. Okay, so that is the thing. We should not get too much attached to the car thing. Okay, and what is the purpose, we should know. So that is the thing. Okay, so we change the car as the car gets old. So the soul change the body as this body gets old.
हरे कृष्ण नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं छेदयन्त्यापः न शोषयति मारुतः
So again, the characteristics of soul, Krishna is describing in detail. Soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon, okay, nor burned by the fire, nor withered by the wind, nor moistened by the water. Actually, you can't do any harm to the soul. That is what Krishna is describing. So whatever you are doing, you are going to have this war, but you know that you cannot do anything to the soul. Okay, that is what Krishna is saying. Yes, Mataji, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. अच्छेद्योऽयम् अधायोऽयम् अक्लेद्यो शोष्य एव च नित्यः सर्वगतस्तानुः अचलोऽयं सनातनः.
Again, in this verse, Krishna is telling about the characteristics of the soul, that so that Arjuna know about the soul nicely. Okay, so achedyo means you cannot cheda means you cannot break. Cheda means break. Achedyo means unbreakable. The soul is unbreakable. Okay, dahana means to burn. Okay, so this soul cannot be burned, neither burned nor dried. Ashoshyo means dried. Okay, so this soul is unbreakable. Achedayo. Okay, this soul cannot be burned. Adahyo. Okay, insoluble. Akledyo is the insoluble. So this soul is insoluble also. This soul is unbreakable, neither burned nor dried, insoluble. Okay, Ashoshyo means dried. Okay, Nitya means everlasting. This soul is everlasting, present everywhere. Sarvagataha. Okay, Sthanur means unchangeable. Okay. Achalo means immovable. The soul is immovable, and Sanatana, eternally the same. Sanatana. Okay. So these are the characteristics of soul. Krishna tells: unbreakable, neither blurred nor dried, insoluble, everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, eternally the same. So again, Krishna telling about the characteristics of the soul. Again, in the next verse also characteristic. Yes, Mataji.
अव्यक्तोऽयम् अचिन्त्योऽयम् अविकार्योऽयम् उच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुम् अर्हसि. हरे कृष्ण.
So again, the three characteristics: invisible, this soul is not visible. Okay, avakto, achintayo, this soul is inconceivable. We cannot think about the soul, how the soul is, how the small soul is there who is controlling all over the body. Our soul is invisible. There is no dimension of the soul. We cannot see the soul. Okay, the scientist cannot see the soul. So the soul is invisible. Okay, inconceivable. We cannot think. Achintyo and avikaro. Okay, immutable. This soul is not mutable. The dimension, actually, Prabhupada writes that the soul's dimension is actually that if you take the tip of a hair, so if you pull out your hair and see the tip, only the tip part of the hair. Okay, and now you divide the tip into 10,000 parts. Okay, you put the hair in the mixer. Okay, and make it 10,000 parts. Okay, so the one part of that 10,000 parts, so total 10,000 parts you have made of the tip of the hair. Okay, so the one part is equal to the dimension of soul. That is the dimension of soul which is mentioned, not the hair. Some person may think hair. Some person's hair is long. Some person says hair is small. Okay, so only the tip of hair you have to take, and you have to grind it in 10,000 parts, and the one part will be the dimension of the soul. So that is actually the dimension of soul which is mentioned in the Shastra. Okay. So characteristics: unbreakable, insoluble, neither burned nor dried, everlasting. It is present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, eternally the same, invisible, inconceivable, and immutable. So this is the characteristic of the soul which was mentioned. Okay, just for the summary purpose. If now Krishna is giving the knowledge of the soul, that is a person who believes in the soul. Now Krishna turns again and he says that if however you think that soul or the symptom of life will always be born and die forever, you still have no reason to lament, oh mighty arm. Okay, if you think that this life is will take birth and is going to die, you are not believing on the identity of soul also. So first Krishna gave the reasons in the form of that you are soul, not this body. And if you are soul, then there is no reason to lament, because you cannot do anything to the soul. Okay, even if you kill this body, you are not going to harm anything for the soul. Now again Krishna is giving the another perspective. that if you don't believe on soul also, if you think that this body is made of only we are only the body, there is no all the consciousness is made of only the material thing, the matter, the chemicals, okay, the hormones, the chemical. So if you think that we are only the chemicals, hormones, okay, no soul is there, just like atheist think there is no Lord, body, there is no soul, and this body is made of the chemicals or the hormones, that is only the thing. Okay, so if you think like that, so now Krishna is giving the reasons. If you think, then also there is no reason to fight, there is no reason to lament. If you think that this body is chemical or hormone only or material only, there is no soul also, then there is no reason to fight, because who will lament after the loss of a bag of chemical? Okay, so if you think that you are only chemical, the body is only a chemical, why to lament for the loss of a chemical, for the body of chemical, for the bag of chemical? That is what Krishna is giving the other reasons, the other way. Okay, so if you think like that, then one who has taken his birth is sure to die, and after that one is sure to take birth again. Therefore, in the discharge of your duty, you should not lament. So thing is, you should do your duty, you should discharge your duty, and you should not lament. That is what Krishna is giving the reasons. All created beings are unmanifested in their beginning and manifest in their interim state, and unmanifested again when they annihilated. So what is the need for there is lamentation? So Krishna is actually telling that if you are thinking that we are not the soul, we are this body. So this body is made of all the things which is present in the earth. Okay, so earlier that was unmanifested stage in the earth. Okay, and now you have taken birth, means you have manifested. Okay, after that also you will die and you will be mixed on the earth only. The earthly body will be mixed in the earth only. So again you will become unmanifested. Okay, so starting you were not manifested, in middle you become manifested in the form of this body from this material only, and after that also you will become unmanifested. Okay, so that is, where is the loss? Okay, where is the loss? The whole energy in this process is conserved. That is the law of conservation of energy, material energy, law of conservation of material energy. So there is no reason to lament also, because everything is here only. You were earlier unmanifested, you become manifested, then again you will become unmanifested. So that is the thing. Okay, so philosophers thinks in two ways. Okay, so one is the do not believe in existence of the soul, that is atheist, which I was describing now. And the other is the who believes in the existence soul, which Krishna described earlier. So so these two were the things. So first Krishna described about the existence of soul, the person who believe in the existence of soul. So he told that there is no reason for lamentation, because soul you cannot do anything. Second, he is giving again the reasons. If a person who does not believe in the soul, a person who is atheist, for that Krishna is giving the law of conservation of energy example. Okay, so he's saying this material existence before creation was in unmanifested states. Okay, like in the earth. So everything is coming from the earth, fire, water, air, ether. So like so everything was present here only before the manifested stage. Okay, so they were in the earth. Okay, so from the unmanifested stage, they become created. Okay, they become in manifested state. This body has become in manifestation. Body has become, and after annihilation, what will happen? Again, they will become unmanifested. Okay, so where is the loss? The everything, every energy is conserved here. Okay, the body which was in unmanifested become manifested, and again after annihilation become unmanifested. Okay, so that is the reason Krishna is giving. So this body is made of these things: ether, then air, then fire, water, ether, and then many variety of creation is there, and body become manifested. Okay, so that is the reason. Again, Krishna is giving in the atheistic view also. Atheistic view. So he is thinking that if a person is atheist also, he can also associate with the things. Okay. So Lord Krishna arguments that there is no need of lamentation, because energy is conserved. So if you believe in the soul also, there is no reason to lament, because soul you cannot do anything. If you don't believe in the existence of soul, you believe only the existence of body, then also there is no reason for lament, because everything is conserved. Okay, every energy is conserved. Okay, so that is the thing. Next sloka 2.29. So in 2.29, it is little bit very nice sloka, because one sloka gives it can give three types of perception. Okay, one sloka only, and it can give three types of perception. So the soul, about the characteristics of soul, it is described. Soul is amazing. Look, see, look, describe, and hear. So these three description are there. Okay, so one can some look at the soul as amazing. So one sloka only and three different. Okay, three different meaning. Okay, so Ascharya. So that is the word which is used in this sloka, Ascharya. Okay, amazing. The word which is using here, we are using here, amazing. Soul is amazing. That is called as Ascharya. And this sloka is also will call Ascharya. This sloka is also amazing. Okay, when you read the sloka, you will understand. So some looks at the soul as amazing. Some people who are amazing look at the soul, and some look on the soul which is amazing. Okay. So the meaning is some looking at the soul is amazing. People who are looking are the amazing, and the soul is also amazing. Okay. Same sloka, three different meaning. Some hearing about the soul is amazing. People who are hearing about the soul is amazing, and soul is also amazing. Okay. To hear about the soul, which is amazing. The soul is also amazing. Okay. So that is the second meaning. Third meaning, description. So describing about the soul is amazing. People who are describing are amazing, and the people who are describing about the soul, and the soul is amazing. Okay, so this little bit amazing sloka. One sloka, three different meanings. Okay, when you go through the sloka, you will learn. Okay, so that three meanings are there. Soul, same size, amazing. So you can see these small bacteria are there. Small bacteria are there, and this big elephant is there. Okay, can you see both have the same soul? Okay, and the soul is controlling so much big elephant, and this soul is controlling so much small bacteria. So much difference, amazing. Okay, this soul is controlling this big tree has the soul, and it is immovable. And see the human being so much movable, they have the same soul. So the soul in every person is every living entity is similar, but so much variety is there. So much amazing the soul is there. Okay, that is what it is mentioned there. Soul is so amazing, and the people who are listening about the soul, it is also amazing. So you can see the soul is amazing. Okay. And when we hear about the soul, we are amazed how the soul is different between these so much different between these different the animals, different types of living things. Okay, so that is the thing. So that is the amazing part of the soul, that one sloka, three different meaning. Okay, next sloka, Krishna tells, O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body can never be slain. The soul can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any living being. Okay, so that is the thing. You not grieve for any living being. So being said that, Arjuna may think, okay, so not Arjuna. Many people may think that Krishna is telling that we can kill any person. That means we can kill any person. That is what Krishna is telling, and there is no need for lamentation. They can take the killing, and they can do the killing, and they can cite this verse that we are killing due to Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita says that there is no there is no need for lamentation for any soul, because the soul cannot be killed. Okay, that is what. But Prabhupada gives the example of a judge. Okay, so when judge is there, judge can give punishment. Okay, judge is authorized to give punishment. Okay, now other person, if they give the punishment, so you should be hanged, and that person is hanged, that person will be punished. Okay, if judge says that this person will be hanged, then that person is that is due to law. Okay, that is due to law. Okay, and similar situation is in the surgeon. If a surgeon who has a degree is doing the surgery, or utilizing the knife or the scalpel and doing the surgery, he's authorized. Okay, he's authorized to do that. If a thief is there and he is utilizing the knife for taking out money from some other person, that is not authorized. Okay, so some persons are authorized. So Krishna is giving telling Arjuna to fight for the reason of dharma, and Krishna is authorized for that. Everything belongs to Krishna. Krishna knows everything, and Krishna is making Arjuna the nimitta. Nimitta means the instrument for the fight. Okay, so just like that. So we should be careful. The people will be, many people will give this reason. Okay, but this is the explanation can be like that. Only judge is authorized to give punishment. Only the surgeon can utilize the knife very nicely during the surgery. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so this is the analogy for unnecessary violence. Okay, unnecessary violence is not justified, just like judge and the surgeon. Judge awarding the capital punishment, surgeon performing operation. Okay, so we'll read till this today, and from tomorrow we'll start from here. Okay, so we have some questions which has come about the last chapter. So Mataji, can you put the questions in the chat box? We'll read out the questions and
Yes,
we'll take the
I'll do that.
questions.
1 minute.
Yeah, one hand is being raised. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu, if it's possible, could you repeat Sloka 2.29 again? Like, I didn't understand it.
2.29, Mataji.
Auscharyattva
The
pashyati.
amazing Sloka, Prabhu.
Okay. Amazing sloka. So Mataji, when you read the sloka, there one sloka only and there are three different meaning. Okay, so that is okay because there was no sloka. That's why you may be confused. So better to open the sloka. So chapter number 2. Speaking of chapter number 2, so I'll open chapter number 2 and we'll read. So if you read the sloka, some look at the soul as amazing, some describing him as amazing, and some hear of him as amazing, while others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. Okay, so this is what sloka says. So now Prabhupada gives the explanation. Okay. Okay, so this is the explanation. It is being said here that soul is such an amazing thing. Soul is such an amazing thing that a person who talks about the soul, who sees the soul first, he thinks the soul is such an amazing thing. Such an amazing thing. Soul is such an amazing thing. And the people who see the soul, who is discussing about the soul, they are also amazed. What is this soul is there? What is this soul? The soul is so amazing. Okay, and hearing about the soul is also so much amazing. Okay, so that is what it is written, that hearing about the soul is amazing. The people who hear about the soul, those are amazed, and about the soul, that soul is also amazing. Okay, so thing is these three things are there. So some look at the soul as amazing, some describe him as amazing, and some hear of him as amazing. Okay, while others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. Okay, so that is the sloka.
Prabhuji, the loss of even after hearing about him cannot understand him at all. How can, like, what is the meaning of this? Like, so some look soul as
After understand at all. So that this portion, Mataji.
this only
This
last
person we are
last
talking
sentence.
about.
Last sentence. Okay.
Even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. So we are hearing from birth. Indians are hearing from birth that we are this body and we are not. We are this soul, not this body. How many people are complying with that? Is it so easy to understand that we are not this body, we are soul? Yes. So people still after knowing also. So knowing is a different thing. Applying in life is different thing. Okay. So even after hearing about him, even after hearing about the soul, cannot understand him at all. Okay. So that is the meaning about Mataji.
Okay.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Mataji, I put the questions. Okay, so we'll read out the questions. We'll put the questions. First questions. So very nice question. I think seven questions, 8 questions someone has asked. Okay, so so many questions has asked. So let's try to understand each questions one by one. Okay, first question. In chapter 1, text 6, kindly tell me the name of son of Subhadra and the son of Draupadi. Okay, so son of Draupadi, 5 sons are there. They are killed. The names is not mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. Okay, the son's name of Draupadi is not mentioned anywhere. Okay, but the son of Subhadra is Abhimanyu. Okay, son of Subhadra is Abhimanyu. So that is the thing. So first question is, kindly tell me the name of son of Subhadra. Sons of Subhadra is Abhimanyu and son of Draupadi. The names are not mentioned. 5 sons are there and they were killed by Ashwathama. Okay. Who is Shalya? One of the commander-in-chief of Kaurva? Yes, one of the commander-in-chief of Kaurva. Commander-in-chief of Kaurva. Okay, so that was Shalya, opposite party. In text number 15. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, that the questions I only asked, I'm Vijaya Lakshmi.
Yeah.
The Salya is commander-in-chief. Is he a king or is he related to Arjuna or Krishna? That's how I am asking about the question.
A commander-in-chief in Kaurva, the Kaurva side, Mataji. Kaurva side.
Okay.
Okay. So third question you have.
Prabhuji, Salya was actually his maternal uncle, and he actually came to Mahabharata to fight on the side of the Pandavas. But I mean to say, this Kauravas actually fooled him and take him to their side.
Okay.
So that was a story actually.
Okay.
He came to fight for the Pandavas only. He's a maternal uncle.
So all were relatives only. They were also in the one side, opposite side, like that, Prabhuji. Okay. So that is the thing. Okay. In text number 15, chapter 1, 2 meanings of Rishikesha is given. One who is the control of all the senses, who gives dire, who is the control of all the senses. So mainly Prabhupada described about the control of senses that Lord Krishna is called as Rishikesha. Okay, so I'll open the chapter text number 15 and we'll try to see. Okay, so let's open text number.
Yes, Prabhuji. In that chapter, first line it is given 15.
Text 1.
15 is...
Okay. So there it is. Okay. So it is mentioned about the Shankha. Okay. So Panchajanya is the name of the Shankha, council of the Krishna. That is, Krishna is called as Rishikesha. Panchajanyam Rishikesha. So the Shankha of Rishikesha or Krishna is called Panchajanya. So the Rishikesha is the Lord who directs the senses of the devotees. Okay, Krishna is the Lord who directs the senses of the devotee. Let's read the translation. The purpose. Lord Krishna is referred to as Rishikesha. Okay, from here to here, Lord Krishna is referred to as Rishikesha in this verse because he's owner of all the senses. The living entities are part and parcel of him, and therefore the senses of living entity are also part and parcel of his senses. Okay. The senses of living entity are also part and parcel of senses of Krishna. Okay. So one more thing Krishna will be telling, that the Lord situated in heart of all the living entity direct their senses. So Lord is also situated in every living entity. Okay, as the Paramatma. So Lord is situated in everyone's heart, every living entity, and direct their senses. But he directs in terms of surrender of the living entity. And in the case of a pure devotee, he directly controls the senses. Okay, so pure devotee, he will directly controlling the senses. He will be directly controlling the senses, and he direct all the senses for surrendering to him. So that is the one question was Rishikesha about you have asked. Second thing you have asked about the Dhananjaya. Okay, Mataji. So here only it is written Panchajanyam Rishikeshu Devadattam Dhananjaya. So Devadattam Dhananjaya. This was the Shankha of Dhananjaya is the name of Arjuna, not the Krishna. And Devadatta is the name of Shankha of Arjuna. Okay, so you can see here, Lord Krishna blew his consul called Panchajanya, and Arjuna blew his consul called Devadatta. You can see here Devadatta meaning is Dhananjaya, Arjuna the winner of the wealth. Okay, so this is the meaning. And if you read the purports, What is the meaning of Dhananjaya? Krishna Prabhupada will be telling. Arjuna is referred to as Dhananjaya in this verse because he helped his elder brother in fetching wealth when it was required by the king to make expenditure for the different sacrifices.
Prabhuji, 1 minute, Prabhuji. Before that, Arjuna is referred to as Dhananjaya. The last sentence of the first para, his name is Rishikesha because he gave direction to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So there are two meanings for the name Rishikesha. That's what I'm asking. Like
Rishikesha means who control the senses of the
senses.
devotee.
The same paragraph, last sentence you have seen, it's written.
Yes, what? His name is Rishikesha because he gave direction
on the battlefield of Kurukshetra.
Kurukshetra. So he was controlling the senses. So he gave direction means he's controlling the senses. Like that.
Okay. That way.
Okay.
Okay.
And Dhananjaya is the name of Arjuna, not Krishna. Okay.
No, I'm not asking. Dhananjaya, he got the name Dhananjaya Krishna. It's name of Arjuna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Arjuna is referred to as Dhananjaya. It is written here.
Okay, okay.
Dhananjaya is Arjuna, no? Arjuna is
Okay.
referred to as Dhananjaya in this verse because he helped his elder brother fetching wealth when it was required by the king. Yes, Mataji?
No, but somewhere I read in the same book only, Bhagawad Gita, Dhananjaya, he got the name because he helped one of his elder brother with the wealth for ruling the kingdom. So he
Krishna is which book you are reading?
Prabhuji, during the Rajasuya sacrifice, he will help conquer the wealth.
No.
Same
her
book.
question is Dhananjaya is the name of Krishna or Arjuna? No, Mataji.
My question is Dhananjaya is it's written Dhananjaya is helped his elder brother for running his kingdom. That's why he got the name Dhananjaya. Krishna got the name Dhananjaya. That's where somewhere.
Which book you are referring, Mataji?
The same this book, sir.
This Bhagavad Gita as it is.
Bhagavad Gita as it is. When I read somewhere, that's why I got the doubt.
No. This is clearly written that Arjuna's name is Dhananjaya. We have not read anywhere that Dhananjaya is Krishna. Okay.
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 Somehow I misunderstood, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Next question, Mataji, you are asking. Krishna, Arjuna is referred to as Gudakesha, meaning conqueror of the sleep or ignorance. So text 24 will open. You are asking about 24, so we'll open about 24. Okay. Here, this one.
Yeah.
Gudakeshodana. So see what Prabhupada writes. So everything is written by Prabhupada. You just have to read it. Okay. Prabhupada has nicely given the purpose. Okay. You just have to read it. Okay. So I'm just referring to the sloka and reading the purpose, and all the doubts are getting over. I'm not doing anything else. Okay, Mataji. So Gudakesha, it is written by Arjuna. Okay. So let's read what is the meaning of Gudakesha. See, in this verse, Arjuna is referred to as Gudakesha. Gudakesha means sleep. Gudaka means sleep, and one who conquers sleep is called Gudakesha. Sleep means ignorance. Okay, so Arjuna was actually the winner. So Arjuna conquered both the sleep and ignorance because of his friendship with Krishna. Okay, so that is the meaning of Gudakesha. Gudakesha means conqueror of sleep, and sleep is the ignorance. Sleep means ignorance. So Arjuna conquered both sleep and ignorance because his friendship with the Krishna. So that is the meaning. You just have to read the sloka, translation and purport, and everything will be clear. Yes, Mataji?
In this, my question was what they mean by sleep. Ignorance is okay, we agree. Why conquer?
Sleeping means senses. One person who has conquered the sleep means he has conquered all his senses. Okay. So sleeping, you can control the sleep only after you have controlled the senses. Okay, that is the meaning. Okay, Mataji.
Okay.
So yeah, fifth question we have taken. Sixth question: Why a true Kshatriya like Arjuna is lamenting and getting into depressed state, which are not the real quality of true Kshatriya? That is what Krishna is saying. Okay. Krishna is saying like that only, that you are a true Kshatriya, you are talking about a learned Brahmana, and you are lamenting for something which is not for the lamentation. But in actuality, if you see the purpose, Prabhupada mentions that it is just like a Leela dust. Okay, Leela dust means Leela. Krishna is doing the Leela. He's putting the Leela dust over the Arjuna just to make him nimitta so that he can speak the Bhagavad Gita for all the living entity which is yet to come. Okay, so that is the Leela dust Krishna is putting, and all the Leelas are happening. So Arjuna is forgetting about his real quality, because but ultimately he was a real devotee of Krishna. He was fully surrendered to Krishna, and he will be asking so many questions, which looks like that he's why he's asking. He's so much learned Brahmana. He's so learned person, and he's so true devotee of Krishna. And when you see the intelligence, you see the Bhagavatam, Arjuna is so intelligent. Everywhere you can see the intelligence. Arjuna is so great fighter, so intelligent person, so surrendered to Krishna, that you may be amazed why Arjuna is asking this type of question. But actually, the Acharya described that is the Leela dust. Okay, the dust. Leela dust Krishna is putting over the Arjuna so that he can be in the same situation, so that Krishna, we can also relate with that situation, and we can take Bhagavad Gita teachings from that one. Okay, so that was the thing, Mataji. Next question. In purport 40, purport why Prabhupada gives such a woman degrading quote of Chanakya Pandit to explain the Varnashma Dharma. Okay, so we'll open 40, text 40. We have 15 minutes, okay? So we have till 8:30, we have this link. So till 8:30 we'll discuss. So about the destruction of family tradition is written. So let's see what Chanakya Pandit gives. According to the Chanakya Pandit, the women are generally not very intelligent and therefore not trustworthy. Okay, this is what you are asking, Mataji.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
Prabhupada? Because giving this example to as it is looking like degrading of women, isn't it?
Yeah, let me describe about the first thing about the difference between a woman and men. Then only you will be able to understand. Okay, so in actuality, men or women are different. Yes, Mataji, do you agree with that?
Only with physical this thing I agree.
Or mentally or psychologically?
Mentally, not in this generation. I don't agree.
This is not about the generation, Mataji. Okay, if you read psychology, there is difference. There is difference. Actually, the nature has made the two people different. If I ask you the different animal, okay, is there any difference between ox and the cow? Yes.
Yeah.
There is difference. Okay. Everything is different. The bodily feature is different. Psychology is different. Things how they are doing is different. Who are more emotional, men or women? What you will be your answer, Mataji? Who are more emotional, men or women?
They say women are more emotional.
Why? If they are same, then why there is difference?
But I think society has made it like that.
Let's understand the concept first, Mataji. Why there is difference? You think that all the things are same, but they are not. All the things are not same. There is difference. Women are more emotional. You agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
There is difference. So that means something is different. Even the science knows that there is difference. Even the science, there are hormonal difference. Everything is different, not the outer thing. Even the hormones which are produced inside the body are different. Okay, the thinking process, the hormones tend to, if you want me to explain medically, I can explain that even the hormones are different. And hormones affect the psychology. Okay. So even the psychology of men and women are different. Every problem they will differently handle. It is not like that men or women are different. Outside problems, men can handle very nicely. Okay. Men can handle very nicely the outside problem. Okay. But that will be difficult for the woman. That is not that we are saying. That is nature has made, that is the constituent of women. Okay. That women are different from men, and their role is also different. Okay, so let's talk about, yes, Mataji, you're telling
Prabhuji,
anything?
my question is Chanakya's age is long ago, like 6th century. Okay. You can say that. Okay, that time he might have said this, but Prabhupada is in our like what can you say, 30-40 years back, isn't it? So this
that hormonal thing has, so why
now we have improved so much, no, ladies, isn't it?
So you have improved so much means the hormonal thing is changed, Mataji.
No, it's
Is there
hormonal
any
thing.
change?
And
So
he is
what is
not,
the change?
he is
So
not
what is the
explaining
change?
about hormonal.
No,
Prabhuji, here
I am
he is
explaining.
explaining
No. I am
generally not
explaining.
very intelligent.
Yeah, generally not very intelligent. I am getting to the roots why it is written,
Okay.
and if you are able to comprehend what is written, why I am getting to the root that why
Okay.
women are considered not very intelligent. Okay, so first thing, first point I am establishing that women are more emotional than men. Is it correct, Mataji?
That is correct. I agree with
Correct.
you. Most of
So
them.
during the time of decision making, if a person is too much attached emotionally, okay, in general, if you see, the men are more renunciate, and they can take up easily, and women are more emotional. Okay, they are too much attached to the society, and nature has made this because it is required for the society to run like that. If a woman is not too much attached to the family, to the kid, who will take care of the kid? Okay, men by nature are more renunciate. They can take up renunciation very nicely, but women are more emotional. Okay, and they are more attached to the family, to the society, to the kids. That a totally different nature of men and women, and we need to accept that. And it is correct that men can take up renunciation very. If women wants to take up renunciation, it is very difficult for them because they are too much attached to the society, to the public. Okay, so that is the thing. And when the intelligence part comes, intelligence is referred in the terms of spiritual. Okay, spirituality. Okay, then where men can take decision spiritually very nicely. Okay, they are because they are more renunciate. Women are more attached. Okay, it is not in the term, mainly not in the term of material. It is mainly written for the spiritual. So men are more renunciate. They can do the renunciation very nicely. Women, it is very difficult for them because they are too much attached. Okay, but in Kali Yuga, that thing is you can say as boon for the woman. Okay, because in Kali Yuga, what is the process of spiritual realization? What is the process? What is the easiest process? The easiest process is chanting, attaching yourself. And women can attach very easily to Krishna. Okay, we see the devotee, women devotee, very nice devotee, women devotee. Why? Because they can attach themselves very easily to Krishna. Okay, but men, they will think, is it correct or not correct? They will think like that. They will try to think what is there I should do or not do, all the things. Intelligence, they will try to put in that. Okay, but for a woman, it is very easy to attach to Krishna. But for a man, it is very hard initially to attach to Krishna. Once they have all the regions and all, they will be attached so nicely. Okay, so that is the thing. And for
That
women,
is shown
they
in
can attach.
this thing.
Yeah,
Like
that
Andal
is the
in
reason,
South
Mataji.
India.
That is the
And
basic thing. Yeah, you want to say anything? You
I want
disagree
to
with
ask
anything
one
which I
question,
told?
like
Prabhuji.
Andal and Meera, like they all are very attached to Krishna. No? They
Yeah.
say Meera
Yes.
from
Mm.
North India, and Andal is from Tamil Nadu. Like Kodai Andal, they say she's a childhood. This thing, she married Krishna. They say like every day she used to give her garland to Krishna. So Krishna comes and marries her. Like that. So women are attached. I'm not telling like that, but somehow I found this
my
one.
question, you are disagreeing anything which I told. I am telling just the facts, not anything by my process. So the thing is, spiritual realization, men seems to they try to indulge with intelligence, what is correct, what should not, I should do it or not do. Okay, so they will try to think like that. But women, they are very easily attached to Krishna. They can very easily attach to Krishna. So that is the boon for women, you can tell in the today's world. Okay, so that is the thing. In the spiritual terms, it is written that men are more intelligent, women are less intelligent, like that. Okay, so that is the thing. One more hand, one woman discussion. Let's see what Prabhuji has to say. Yes,
Prabhuji, I want to
yes,
ask this
Rejamati.
question
Yes.
related only. Like, if we believe that we are just a body and not what body we have, it is eventually just a physical body, and we are just a soul, right? So under that situation, is it not okay for us to believe that male, female, I did level 1 class.
Yes,
so in
yes.
that you only
So,
said that Ekmatra Purush Krishna. So like Krishna is the only male, right?
Yes.
So,
You are also correct, Mataji. So if there is no thing that we are women, we are men, like that. Okay, we are men. If we are too much attached to the woman thing, the women are too much attached. That woman. Next time you will become like a men. What will happen? You have full life you have spent like woman, and you were fighting for the woman. Next life you become men. What will happen after that? Men's, if they are thinking women are degraded, okay, women degraded. So for men,
Was stuck.
Got dropped off. Prabhuji's got dropped off. Hold on, I think he'll join.
It will end in 3 minutes.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Okay, I got disconnected, Mataji. Maybe the time is over. So 2 to 3 minutes, for few minutes we have left. So can we discuss 1 or 2 questions? So that, so
Yeah.
I think, can you read the questions, Mataji? I don't find the questions wrong. That's just gone.
Yes,
The next question, I'll read out. I have been in my chat. So the next question, Mataji asked.
Why a true Kshatriya like Arjuna is lamenting?
That is over, Mataji. That question is over.
Okay. So the last question, Mataji asked, text 25, it is said that Arjuna, son of Pratha and sister of Vasudev, is Kunti's son, sister of Vasudev. Yes, Kunti is sister of Vasudev. Okay, and that's what Krishna and Arjuna's family is related. Kindly give some knowledge about this. Yes, both families related. Sister of Vasudev is Kunti.
Okay.
Then the
Vasudev's
next person, next person, 2 questions are there. We'll quickly, 2 to 3 minutes, we'll take over and finish this question because 8:30 is going to come the time. No, Mataji. So
Yes.
one question, first question has come. Krishna told Bhagavad Gita to Brahma and also to the sun god. Whom did he tell this first? Okay. So we don't find any explanation for this in anywhere that who Krishna told first to the sun god of Brahma, but Krishna in Bhagavad Gita tells us that I first gave this knowledge to the sun god Vivaswan. So we may take as that Krishna told this knowledge to the sun god Vivaswan. About the Brahma, in the Padma Purana, it is mentioned that there are 4 sampradayas are there, and in which the Brahma Madhva goddess sampradaya is there, and where the Krishna has given this knowledge to Brahmaji. Okay, so that is the one we can find. That is the one mentioned point we can find. So that That is what the Brahmaji and Sun God, both Krishna has given knowledge, and Krishna tells Sun God he has given the knowledge. But no comparison we have seen in I have seen anywhere we have read the comparison between the Sun God and Brahma who got the first knowledge. Okay, so that is the thing. Second question: is it said Buddha is Krishna's incarnation? Is it right? Yes, Buddha is Krishna's incarnation in Srimad Bhagavatam in first chapter. When we read, all the incarnations are mentioned of Krishna. So in that it is also mentioned that Buddha is Krishna's incarnation only. And that philosophy is completely different. And why the philosophy was different, it is also mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. When we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we come to know that why Buddha's incarnation was there. So you see that gradually it is happening that every person is coming to the Krishna consciousness. Okay, so first after the Kali Yuga, every person was like they were taking the name of Veda and they were killing the animals. Okay, that was what happening earlier. Okay, so when the this started, Kali Yuga started, the Lord came in the form of Buddha, and he told every person, Ahimsa Paramo Dharma, we don't have to kill. Okay, and he told the philosophy that there is no soul, no Lord, nothing. Okay, only thing is you have to follow Ahimsa. For that time, the people were so degraded at that time. That was the only philosophy that people can accept at that time. Okay, so that time this philosophy was praised, that Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. We have to follow the Ahimsa. Okay, everything like God and all those philosophy, people were not so much advanced at that time, and they could not have taken. They could not. They were not able to take this philosophy that we are not this body. We are not this body. We are soul. Okay. So first philosophy came after people become so much indulge in killing that and Kali Yuga started. After that, first Krishna came as Buddha. So he preached the philosophy that we only have to follow the Ahimsa. Okay, body, Lord, all things. He told that nothing is there. Next comes after the Buddha came the Shankaracharya. So Shankaracharya, Lord Shiva's incarnation. He preached the philosophy of this that we are soul. Okay, so next philosophy, people are now the people levels are elevated. Now they are able to understand. So he preached the philosophy that we are actually soul, not this body. Okay, and after that we'll be merging to the Lord's. Our individuality will be lost. Okay, that philosophy Shankaracharya preached. Okay, so first level we have to follow the Ahimsa. There is no soul, there is no Lord. Okay, that was the first. Second philosophy Shankaracharya gave that we are this body, and after there is Lord also, and Lord is in the form of light. There is no personal form. Lord, the people are not able to accept that the personal form now. So there is no personal form. Lord is only the light. We have to worship Lord in the form of light. That energy form. Okay, the nature is there. Nature is controlling all those things, and nature is Lord. That is what the philosophy was there. In the Shankaracharya, that we are not this body, we are soul. So that second philosophy came after that. Third philosophy, Lord Chaitanya has came. Okay, so Lord Chaitanya Krishna came in the form of Lord Chaitanya and preached that we are actually the part and parcel of Krishna, personal form of Krishna, and our real nature is to serve Krishna. Okay, so that is the three philosophies. Gradually, everything is coming in line. Okay, so Lord. Buddha is also incarnation of Krishna. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam that Buddha is incarnation of Krishna. Okay, so this answers all the questions from the last chapter. If you have any question, we'll take up the question. So half of the chapter we have read. Tomorrow we'll read half more. After that, we can take in the next class we can take the chapter number 3 questions. Okay, so we'll meet next time.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna
Mataji.
Prabhuji, thanks a lot for answering all the questions patiently. Thanks a lot.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. When you read,
Hare
I am very
Krishna.
happy that you are reading the purpose. You are reading the sloka. Try to make the notes also. Okay, and I'm very happy to answer when we are asking questions from the philosophy or anything. Okay, so just keep asking, keep reading. We'll be taking all the questions if the time permits like that. So 8:35 it is. So we are more running out of time. So just unmuting everyone just to say Hare Krishna, and then we'll stop. stop the class. Okay. Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.